All right, welcome to the podcast. I'm your host, Mae.
I'm Max.
And I'm Ben, and we were had.
Can you believe it?
There are twists and there are turns.
Defleshed is a standard death.
Oh, that's fun.
We were had.
We were. So today we're going to talk about the song You're So Vain, which was written and performed by Carly Simon. It was written in 1971 and released in November 1972 off the album No Secrets. But there is a secret involved.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is why would they call it No Secrets if the main part of it?
Well,
is one big
she
secret?
loves playing with contradictions and catch-22s.
She's a provocateur.
And paradoxes. So it was a huge, huge hit. It's number one on the Billboard 200 for 5 weeks, was certified platinum, spawned the worldwide hit You're So Vain, for which he received 3 Grammy nominations, including Record of the Year and Song of the Year.
No wins.
Just a nod.
Wow.
Just a nod.
Huh.
Should we pick
What
a different subject?
Yeah. Jesus
Do you know what
Christ.
won?
No, my Grammy knowledge is not nearly as encyclopedic as
Probably
my...
fucking Beck or something.
Not nearly as autistic as your
No.
Oscar.
Oscars.
Yeah.
It's more Asperger's.
Yeah. Who won the year that this movie came out? This music came out.
1972 would actually be The Godfather. So big year. Wait, for the listeners at home, I know you're Googling or whatever. Okay, Godfather was the movie made in 1972 that won. At the 1972 ceremony, The French Connection won. So for those listeners at home, if you Google 1972 Best Picture, it'll say French Connection. Can we move on now?
Oh.
You made it weird.
That was like an angry,
Yeah.
confrontational way to tell us you're smarter than us. But
exactly. Yeah.
Is there any other way to say that you're smarter than someone?
You
I
do
can feel it. I
nicely,
can feel the...
Also, hi to the video watchers. We are high tech now.
Oh, yeah. Until we get to the end of this and we're like, I wasn't in the frame the
Yeah,
whole time.
I wasn't in the frame. I'm fully expecting none of us to be in frame. My sound won't be right, but we're trying.
But we've got angles.
We've got angles.
We got angles.
We have 3 cameras. If we get one shot from them,
Yeah. If we can see my double chin from all 3 cameras, that would really be great.
May made me put the camera that's on her up to the ceiling.
Yeah, I need to look skinny. It needs to be higher.
I think that's how the best filmmakers work. They have like 5 cameras, and then they just hope that one works out, and then they just go with
They
that.
don't actually plan the shots. They just drop cameras around us.
Yeah.
Carly Simon.
Carly Simon, born June 25th, 1945. Very famous American singer-songwriter, musician. Also wrote some children's books later on. And some of her other hits. This is most likely her most famous song. She also wrote Anticipation, Mockingbird with James Taylor. If you've ever seen Dumb and Dumber, when they're in the car and they go, mock, yeah.
She wrote that?
So that's her and James Taylor.
Oh,
the real
wow.
version. Yeah.
That's a talent. Forget the rest of her songs. That is talent.
And wrote The Spy Who Loved Me, which was the theme song for a James Bond movie, and 5 children's books and 2 memoirs. Mm-hmm. So
2 memoirs. What is your life change? Like,
I guess
like from...
I mean, just talk about vanity.
Yeah,
Can
yeah.
I say that? 2 memoirs?
yeah.
exactly.
Who's vain now?
I think
It's
she
it's her.
is the vain one. Yeah.
Also, if anybody at home has the same thing, Ben said we're doing Carly Simon. I said, is that the one who killed Kurt Cobain? That's Courtney Love, I've been informed.
Oh,
Different
wow.
person.
Yeah, way different person. Yeah.
Was that on the
Different
top of everyone's
decades.
minds there, Max?
Everyone's mind, yes. Well, you guys grew up at this time. I'm just jumping in here. I'm a voyeur.
So I will go over some of the lyrics of You're So Vain just because to show you why people might be intrigued about who this song is about.
Okay.
The song opens with her just kind of whispering, son of a gun. She goes, son of a gun. And then...
You're really painting a picture.
Yeah,
So
wow.
the opening lyrics, you
Chills.
walked into the party like you were walking onto a yacht. Your hat strategically dipped below one eye. Your scarf, it was apricot. I'm reading it like a Dr. Seuss. I don't know.
Yeah,
You're doing really well. One fish.
And by Dr. Seuss, I mean racist.
The best
reading
kind
it-
of poetry, yeah.
Yeah.
You had one eye in the mirror as you watched yourself gavotte. Gavotte is like a fancy French dance.
Yeah.
And all the girls dreamed that they'd be your partner. They'd be your partner. And you're so vain, you probably think the song is about you. That's
This guy
the chorus.
sounds cool, honestly.
That guy fucks.
So it's a
Sounds
lot
like
of...
Max. Like walks into a party like
Just
you're
go
walking
out
into a...
doing a weird French dance, looking at himself in the mirror. That does sound like me. Is this song about me? I'd like to know.
You have an apricot scarf, don't you?
I have several.
Yeah. Different kinds of apricots.
So did she date around, or
So
is
here's
that part of the mystery?
she dated a lot of different people, but what I want to say is, so there are a lot of lyrics like the first stanza that I just read to you that are not so incriminating. Maybe even like, oh, this guy's cool. This guy's whatever.
I'm attracted to him.
It all builds up though until the final line.
You roll the Max.
The final stanza ends with, well, you're where you should be all the time, and when you're not, you're with some underworld spy or the wife of a close friend. Wife of a close friend.
Oh, philanderer.
So who this guy is that's part of the reason why it's so intriguing.
Somebody's cheating on his wife.
And betraying their best friend.
Best
Oh, yeah.
Best friend cheating.
Oh.
As well.
Duh. His best friend's wife, I see.
By the way,
Yes.
that one of those stories going on with the TikTokers right now, the teens.
Really?
I mean,
Like the early 20s kids.
These teens are married before me.
They're not.
God.
Nobody's married, but they will be before you.
Everyone's married
But
before
these two
me.
kids, like one guy cheated on the best friend with the girlfriend. Like they recorded the song together, and they started dating, and then they were living together. He was living with the other guy when they were together.
Wow. Is it Charlie DeMello? Because that's the only one that I know.
No, Charlie is the youngest person involved here,
Okay.
and she only dated a little hottie. Let's get back to Carlos.
well, no. This is important because
Yeah.
we are alienating anyone below the age of 45
And
in this
now I
episode.
get it.
So now you're getting anyone between 25, any millennial is lost in this
They're not
episode.
going to enjoy this.
But we've got something for the youngest and we got something for the oldest.
Teen listeners, I just tapped in on the Josh versus Jaden drama.
Good. Now for you
Wow.
teens, you can stop listening because we're getting back.
Those TikTok houses seem really interesting to me.
If
But
you
I
don't
don't
think
know
they're all fucking at once,
100%.
come on. It's an
I
orgy.
hope they are. Here's what would be really sad is they just spent the whole time on their phones in
Just
reality,
recording.
just recording, and they weren't fucking. I'm like, please, would you guys fuck? Have an unplanned pregnancy, please.
Yeah, film that.
Yeah, film that. Now that's what I like to see. That's uplifting. That's like humanity, you know. But you guys just
Yeah.
on your phones. Ugh, wow.
Jesus.
Go outside. Fuck your mom.
Do the
yeah?
dance with two backs.
Yeah.
Beast with two backs.
Go fuck yourself.
Well, don't misquote Shakespeare.
Here he comes with this pompous.
Oh, don't misquote Shakespeare. If it's 1972, Shakespeare's not in my room.
Shakespeare won the Academy Award for.
Shakespeare in 1198. So
All right. So she dated around. She's now incriminating a person.
she's incriminating. So who this song is about, everyone wants to know, right? And or maybe not now, but everyone around at this time are like, who is she writing about? And here's what we know as of 2021. So before we get into the theories of who this is about,
Yeah.
in August 2003, she agreed to reveal the name of the song subject to the highest bidder at the Martha's Vineyard Possible Dreams charity auction.
No way. Oh, that's fun.
How much?
For $50,000,
Jesus.
Dick Ebersol, the president of NBC Sports and a friend of Simon, won the right to know the name of the subject of You're So Vain. A condition of the prize was that Ebersol was never can't reveal the name.
Oh. Oh.
Sounds like a vanity thing then. Why would he want to know? That's the first NFT.
Yeah.
Was this the first NFT?
This is the first NFT.
This is the first
This
NFT.
man is the most vain person ever.
Yeah.
He just wants to know and have no one else be able
What
to
if it
know.
was him?
Yeah.
Twist.
Carly told me, so Ebersol says, Carly told me that I could offer up to the entire world a clue as to what she'll tell me when we have this night in about 2 weeks. And the clue is the letter E is in the person's name. The most common letter in
First or last?
is just in the name.
Wow.
So that's literally every
That's
name.
everybody.
Okay,
Ben,
we've had
May.
a few more hints.
Not
Max.
yours. Maximilian? No, it's eyes.
Okay, we've been friends for years.
No, I know that. I was just thinking it through my
I assume I do. My name's so long. Kirschenbaum. Yeah, it's got it.
Ben.
Ben.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't say the next part.
Oh, okay.
The next part
Who's
is that
the
we actually...
dummy now?
Yeah. Take an L, bitch.
So, what we know, then she tells Regis Philbin in 2004, we get two more letters, A and R.
Oh, this is like what's that game show? Not The Price
Wheel
is
of
Right.
Fortune?
Wheel of Fortune. Yeah.
I'm out. You're still in.
And
Wait, sorry. R and what?
A and R.
so we got
I'm still
A,
in.
A-E and R.
Planert.
Yeah. Mae Planert.
Mae
Ben
Planert.
Kirschenbaum. Me, I don't cheat on wives.
You're a good friend.
Yeah, I'm a good friend. Not like you do.
Yeah, what if it was no, it's a man. It's definitely a man. Right?
Oh, that's
it could be a woman.
Oh, is that one of the things?
That's
Also,
very female singer to like call out another female singer.
yeah, she wouldn't do it about a man because she respects them.
Right, exactly.
Right.
I'm going to put the male versus female on pause for just 1 second.
Can I add one more thing? Maybe there is such a wait. You think she's waiting for the person to die because this is technically libelous.
So she has admitted, again, this is kind of like where we stand right now. She has said that one of the stanzas, she's revealed who one of the stanzas is about. So one of the big kind of questions here is whether this is about one individual or a mix of people or about men in general or something like that.
Feels like a cop out, and that she's milking this.
Yeah, and also men in general, get the fuck out of here.
Oh, well then, come on. I mean,
Yeah, what a big mystery that is that men cheat on their wives. Yeah, okay, we got it. The cave woman got it. You know?
oh, that's funny.
So the second verse, we know who it's about. And
You want to read that verse for us?
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's not as much it's not as much of like a slander thing as the one that I read before. I bet you think it's don't you? You had me several years ago when I was still quite naive. Well, you said that we made such a pretty pair and that you would never leave. But you gave away the things you loved, and one of them was me. I had some dreams. They were clouds in my coffee. Clouds in my coffee. And
you're so vain. You probably think this song is about you.
You're so vain. Harmonize.
Let's find it. Let's find
I
it.
think this song is about you.
That was good.
That was great.
That was good.
Don't you?
May actually pick the subject just so she could belt it out.
Wait a second. So we
Is
know
she-
this is about, but also doesn't she?
Oh, I didn't
super
say.
vain?
She does, but I'm thinking like, because she's like, oh, you threw me away and you loved me and like I'm perfect, blah blah. But she also kind of insinuated she's naive. I'm like, was she underage?
Yeah, Claire Alexander.
Claire Alexander's a friend of the pod. She's also 25, but she is underage.
She's underage.
So I should mention this second verse. I haven't said
She's
the name.
naive, I'll tell you that. Sorry, Claire.
So this second verse is about Warren Beatty. And just to tell the listeners, if they don't know who Warren Beatty is, he was a huge movie star, starred in Bonnie and Clyde in the late 60s, and then was the biggest star in the world, or one of the biggest stars in the 70s and 80s. He is maybe most well known to a younger audience because of the Oscars, the ceremony in 2017, when he and Faye Dunaway accidentally said La La Land instead of Moonlight.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
So that would be Warren Beatty.
You know what I still remember too, especially about that, is the La La Land guy like rudely ripping the letter out of his hand and being like, Moonlight won. I mean, right? Like it was like.
Oh, I don't remember this entire thing. So he said the wrong.
Yeah.
He said, I loved both those movies.
So what happened was that they were up against each other. They were the two favorites to win.
And it was a toss-up who would win.
Mm-hmm. And it was the 50th anniversary of the movie Bonnie and Clyde. So the two stars of Bonnie and Clyde, Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway, are presenting the biggest award. Mm-hmm. They open up the envelope and Faye Dunaway says La La Land. What happened was there was some sort of mix-up, and it actually said Emma Stone in La La Land because she had won Best Actress.
I see.
So that was the mistake, or at least the explanation.
Okay.
And then the people from La La Land get up there, and there's like whisperings going around. It's weird. And then it's revealed that it was Moonlight. And the guy from La La Land, I guess the producer or whatever, is like, no, it's Moonlight, whatever. I think he was actually kind of gracious.
It actually
about
was gracious.
Yeah, I mean,
I didn't like him doing my guy Warren like that, though. Throw him under the bus. I mean, it was completely his fault. And he didn't.
But should he have just accepted the award?
The classic thing would have been to be like, listen, I'm on your side here, Warren. Taking the award and never said anything about it.
were these people on Moonlight gonna even know?
Oh, that was a great movie, though.
That was such a
La La
good movie.
Land, a fun romp, but it wasn't the best picture.
I thought Moonlight was exceptional. That's the people in Miami.
No, that's Florida Project, I think. You're thinking Orlando and Florida Project?
No. I'm thinking of the.
I'm making a lot of assumptions.
I'm thinking of the gay guy.
The black guy
the,
three times of his life.
Yes.
Mahershala
That takes
Ali.
place in Miami?
Yes. It takes
I
place
didn't
in
real-
Miami.
That's of course May's like, the Miami movie. That's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, that is the least.
The Miami biopic.
It was in Miami. I love that movie.
It really is in Miami?
I'm almost 100%
Can
positive.
we get back to the point of this program?
It's in Miami.
Is Miami's masterpiece? Yeah, you're 100% right. I don't know why I didn't know that.
It's the Miami movie in my mind.
It's a typical Miami movie.
Miami Moonlight, everybody.
But yes, Florida Project was good too.
Florida Project was wonderful.
I don't know
And
if that was
sorry
in-
for assuming that that's what you're
I
thinking.
think that was probably Orlando though, just
It was
based on the
definitely Orlando
trashiness.
because they're right, and also because they're right next to Disneyland.
Oh right, yeah.
Or Disney World, Disneyland. Yeah.
Land.
Disney World is in New York. I mean, in Florida.
Okay, so
Okay.
they're right near
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
So it's like part of the thing, right? That
Yeah.
they're like living in such poverty, and they're like right near,
Right
the
next to all
kids.
the yeah, and they sell the bracelets and like steal the bracelets and whatever. Yeah.
You guys,
Also-
what's happening here? You're just having a conversation about movies.
Also, what's the deal with? I feel like all my friends from California sincerely like to go to like amusement parks, and I'm like,
Like
why?
Six Flags?
Like Six Flags,
Universal.
Universal, and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you people?
Like,
How old are they?
They're adults?
They're our age, and they're like hot girls, and I'm like,
They're
why
bringing
is
kids
this?
or they're just going by themselves?
They're going by themselves
That's
and
what?
with their husbands.
Ooh.
They go to like Disneyland
What do they
in
do?
LA,
And they don't have
or wherever
children.
it is. Well, now they have children, but before they didn't have children, and they would be like, "Yeah, we had like a day out," and I was like, "What is
Are
wrong
they
with
getting
you?"
God.
fucking autographs from the mascots?
Funnel cake?
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. Also, my brother at a point in his life dated Snow White from Disney World. So he somehow met the girl who played Snow White and then dated her. I was like, wow, she must have been a nut. I never met her, but they only dated for
It
a
must
few
have been a
months.
nut.
Yeah.
Why? She's just
Those
trying
people
to
have to
make
be
money.
unwell.
Wouldn't that be so weird, just sweating your balls off in a fucking Snow
They're
White
probably
costume?
struggling actors trying to make money. That's not their
Yeah.
dream.
No, I mean, you don't train to be goofy, but still,
Yeah.
aim higher.
Listen, I'm looking down on her and my podcast that makes no money. Anyway.
So Warren Beatty, the question with Warren Beatty, we know that the second verse is about him, but the question is whether the whole song is about him. And it certainly sounds like it was about Warren Beatty. Carly Simon said to the Washington Post, another person who thinks this song is about him, da-da-da. Beatty himself said in 2007, let's be honest, the song was about me.
Oh,
Wow.
so he really is that
That's a
vain.
baller move.
He really is that vain. Now, there are lots of stories. I want to get into this before we get into, just because it's a fun story. So Carly Simon wrote a couple memoirs. One of the memoirs that she wrote, in one of the funniest stories, this is an article about it, one of the funniest stories in the book, Beatty calls up Simon about a month into their relationship to say he's flying into New York. He's not landing until midnight, and he's got a 5:30 a.m. call time. He explains, but he must see her. So Carly gets dressed up, sprinkles perfume on the bed, and makes him a meal. Beatty shows up.
Makes a meal. Ugh.
Beatty shows up. They make love, and he leaves by 5:30. At 11 a.m., Simon sees her therapist. Okay, after this, one night stand.
Sure.
She tells him she knows he doesn't approve of Beatty, but last night was wonderful and amazing, and this is different. The therapist looks uncomfortable and says, "Under the circumstances, I can't withhold this.
What?
It's unbelievable. You are not the first patient of the day who spent the night with Warren Beatty last night."
My mind is blown.
What?
No, basically, she has like a very, very brief one-night stand with. They're dating.
They're dating.
Beatty has sex with her, but only comes over for a couple hours. Then Simon has a therapy appointment, I guess in LA, in the morning, and says to the therapist, like a typical thing when you're like in a toxic relationship,
Yep.
but
Yeah.
right. And she's like, I know,
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Whatever.
He was so good last
but
night.
he was so great and he was so sweet and whatever. And then the therapist, this is still breaking Hippocratic
For
oath.
sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
that wasn't
You
a
can't-
danger to her.
It's 11 a.m., by the way. You're not the first patient today who said it, and it's 11 a.m.
Wow. So
How many people do you think he got?
It's incredible.
Was it just an incredible coincidence?
In the same memoir, Carly Simon, she describes him as a glorious specimen who put all other men to shame in looks, if looks and charms were what you were after.
I thought
She
she was
praises.
gonna say dick.
Dicks.
Well, she not Dick necessarily, but she praises his sexual skills, saying he knew how to play a woman like a Stradivarius,
Wow.
Oh.
What the fuck
I
is a
don't know what that is.
Stradivarius?
a violin,
Okay.
a fancy
Oh,
violin.
even harder. Now, this guy's a philanderer. I would believe that. He'd fuck his
Yeah.
best friend's wife.
I mean, it's sounding like that nothing would get by this guy. So Oh, by the way, you should look up. I think I've mentioned this before in the Natalie Wood episode, asking people to look up a young Warren Beatty and how attractive he is. It is weird that I have said that twice.
Kathy do it earlier before this.
And?
We had to look it up, and the guy fucked.
Yeah. Let's
The
toss
guy's
up
a
a
hot.
photo here.
All right, I'll tell you that right now.
Get it up.
Warren Beatty, young, nude. I spelled it wrong. Let me tell you something. Take a look at this slab of beef right here.
Oh, wow. You know what? He kind of looks like a young Joe Biden.
Yeah, he does look like
Don't you
young Joe
think?
Biden a little bit.
Yeah.
Look at this guy here. That's Carly Simon.
Oh, yeah. Yup.
I mean, come on.
That's a good-looking man. That's a very good-looking man. They don't make him like that anymore.
That's a classic guy.
Yeah, that's a good-looking guy.
Let's pause the podcast. Everybody kind of...
This really had to be the first one we put on camera.
Everybody,
Raging erection.
everybody needs to cool off.
It's getting hot in here.
So that is the Warren Beatty theory. He probably remains the most likely culprit.
Yeah.
Unless you're going with the mix-up people theory.
I hate that mix of people theory, though. That's lame.
So before the song became a hit in 1972, Simon told an interviewer that the song was about, quote, men, not a specific man. And her ex-husband, Jim Hart, said he was sure that the song was not about anyone famous, which I guess is not the same thing, but it could be about a person, but not a famous person. So that's possible,
before
too.
or after the song?
It would have been after the song, I believe. I could look that up, but I believe it would have been after the song. There are still a lot of like theories that people have fun with. Oh, I also wanted to say in terms of like where we're at right now, just to go back to that, a couple other people other than Dick Ebersol know the identity. Apparently Howard Stern knows the answer.
Really?
Why would he know it?
There's an odd aspect to it. And Howard Stern said, had previously revealed to him about whom the song was written after her interview on his popular show on Sirius Satellite. Stern commented, "There is an odd aspect to it. He's not that vain." He also stated that she said it was a composite of 3 people. So again, we have this idea.
Okay.
Now we have 3 people.
Possibly. The other person who knows it, strangely enough, Taylor Swift
What?
Wow.
knows the identity.
Carly Simon and Taylor Swift. I stand that friendship.
Yeah, let's have a little collab.
They had a collab. That's
did?
why. Yeah. They did at a live performance in July 2013. That's when Taylor Swift said.
Now, serious question. Would you say that Carly Simon was akin to a Taylor Swift of her day?
It seems like it. I mean, just
Yeah.
thinking of the lyrics
I mean,
of
this
You're
kind
So
of thing-
Vain.
This is what people did with Taylor Swift songs. Remember when she
Right.
was like, was that about Joe Jonas? Is that about Harry Styles?
Right.
True, they're very
They
similar
were all like,
in that way.
Although it does seem like Taylor Swift is more open about it. Is that true?
she basically says it.
Yeah, she basically says it.
She shouldn't, because this
Well, she would
milking this
she
thing.
would release the
Yeah.
album directly after dating the person, so it
Pretty
was like,
much.
tough to be like, that's not. It's Schmon Schmear, not him.
She once dated somebody from the Kennedy family and then bought a house across from the Kennedy complex. I was like, she's fucking psycho. This is psycho girlfriend
Really?
behavior.
Which
yeah,
Kennedy
really.
was she dating?
She was dating. I don't know his name. He was obviously
Bobby.
one of the, yeah. I don't know his name. One that's like our age.
That makes sense.
Yeah, she was dating him, and then she literally moved in across the fucking street from not just him, like his entire family, like within the first year of them dating.
That's
and
too
then they
much.
broke up like
Thank you.
pretty soon after that because I feel like
that's
I,
wine on my pants.
oh, I'm sorry.
Let me tell you something. May's made a lot of mistakes today.
I made a lot of mistakes. But anyway, yeah, they broke up like shortly after that because I feel like the Kennedy family was like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. This girl is tapped. Like, you don't buy a house across the street from your boyfriend's
a long time
entire
ago?
family. No, it was like probably 5 years ago or
I'm
something.
Googling it.
Yeah, say which Kennedy did Taylor
Because
Swift?
I would be, if she was
Taylor
like a teenager, I'd be
Swift.
like, all right, whatever. But that's weird.
Kennedy boy.
Because Taylor Swift's what, 30?
yeah,
1989. We can
yeah,
do the math.
She's either 30 or 31.
Yeah,
Connor
Yeah.
Kennedy.
Connor Kennedy.
And she immortalized him in a song. Songs like Begin Again, Starlight, and Everything Has Changed.
Yeah, because you're fucking psycho, you crazy lunatic.
Let me Google this Connor Kennedy boy.
I just want to say, while you're Googling
Robert
it.
F. Kennedy Jr.'s son.
Oh, Bobby.
He looks like he's in jail.
He might be in jail on that photo.
Connor
actually.
Kennedy arrested in a bar fight in Aspen. Let me tell you something.
That clocks.
Big change from this kid to this kid, huh?
Yeah.
Wait, I can't believe I was so close. It's Bobby Kennedy's son.
She basically dated Bobby Kennedy.
Pretty much.
So going back to You're So Vain just for 1 second, I do want to mention that Carly Simon was married to singer-songwriter James Taylor. Who you,
During the Mockingjay, whatever.
that collab must have... Apparently they had like a very amicable divorce, but it is not about him. But I would be remiss not to mention it because but apparently not. And if you ever listen to James Taylor songs, he's like a very sweet voice. Like he doesn't seem like a bad man.
You don't listen to that music
That's
and be like,
true,
this
but
guy
didn't
fucks.
Howard Stern said that ironically they're not vain.
One of the three, though. Does Howard Stern know all? What if she told one person to each one of the three of them is a trusted keeper of
This woman is
one
a
name.
mastermind.
Yeah. She's kind of brilliant.
She's
Let me tell you
brilliant in terms of milking it. And if you don't think that this helped sell her 2 memoirs, you're
something.
crazy.
Of course.
True. 2 memoirs. Get out of town. You know?
And neither of them revealed.
Not full. I mean, she's giving you breadcrumbs.
Close woman.
What?
What?
This one had 2 eyes on his head.
Oh, no, those are the breadcrumbs.
Those are the breadcrumbs.
He had a penis.
He was born in the northern hemisphere.
Those are AER.
Yeah.
Give me a break.
Yeah.
I mean, so. Oh, by the way, Warren Beatty. It has all 3 letters.
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, what about
James Taylor does too, right? E and James.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Carry the 1.
Yeah. All right.
The other, okay, so going through a few other theories. One theory is that it was some guy named Ben. We don't know which Ben it would be.
I think I know which one it would be.
The song was originally entitled.
Affleck.
Is that his name Ben? That duck?
No, Ben Affleck.
Oh. That went right over my head. I apologize.
No, it's okay.
Platt. So the first words of the original version of the song was "Bless you, Ben. You came in when nobody else left out." Whatever. I mean, this is just such a boring option that it was just some random dude named Ben.
guy-
So look
Yeah.
at him trying to derail it. This is a boring option.
Yeah,
Let's
couldn't
get off.
possibly be a
Couldn't
Ben.
be a Ben.
No.
All
I-
Bens are saints. No Ben would do this. No Ben in his right mind would do this.
What does it say? "Bless you, Jew, Ben"? Wait a minute. Yeah. Anyway.
Let me tell you something. My brother's name is Ben. He would definitely do this. Okay.
So now one of the more intriguing options, which has been debunked in certain ways, but I don't know if it can be completely dismissed, Mick Jagger.
Okay.
Mick Jagger, the vocalist, the leader or co-leader of the Rolling Stones.
Co-leader. I would say leader.
Him and Richards, Keith
Yeah,
Richards.
I guess you're
No,
right.
you're right. He's the face of
Jagger
it.
was. No one has moves like Richards.
That's true.
Oh, yeah.
How are those 2 people still alive? Honestly,
That's insane.
they're alive and they are.
Killing it.
Oh, they are
They're
really
still laying
taken.
pipe, I bet.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Keith Richards looks like an old handbag, though.
He really does. He's the craziest looking human being ever.
And can you believe that Johnny Depp kind of just modeled his whole thing after that?
True.
What is interesting about
Yeah.
Keith Richards is that if you look up young photos of him, he doesn't look good either.
Yeah.
It's not like he aged terribly.
When
he
did
just
he start ruining it? Maybe he just always slept on his face. Keith Richards. This is a research heavy episode. Young.
So what I'll say about Mick Jagger? Oh, you can look it up. I mean, he looks.
I mean, he looks like a person.
Yeah, he
looks
looks
like
like
a
a
Now
person.
he looks like a handbag.
Terrible
but yeah.
teeth.
But like over here, he's not that old, and he's already
Yeah, I
getting
mean-
there.
I mean, he's a rock star.
he's the quintessential rock star.
He's
yeah.
literally a rock star.
He was having fun.
So
Let the kids
Jagger contributed uncredited vocals to the song. You could actually like hear his voice in the background. It's not credited, but he's on there. In 1983, Carly Simon did say the song is not about Jagger. However, they had what is described as a great electricity between them. As for the question, Carly chalks it up to the great electricity between them, making her nervous and drawing closer to her than husband, singer-songwriter James Taylor, out of fear of possibly pursuing something she shouldn't have with Mick.
All right, so this woman is a whore.
Electricity, that's what it was. I wanted to touch his neck, and he was looking at my lips. The electricity was raw and hardly disguising its power. Having sex would actually have cooled things off.
All right.
Jesus.
She's the vainest person ever. She's like, this guy fucking wanted me. And he's like, I can literally have sex with the top model of any time and place. Like,
But
That's
here is an interesting
What?
point. One of Mick Jagger's good friends, Mr. David Bowie,
Familiar with his work?
also very well-known British singer-songwriter, rock star. In 1993, Angie Bowie, who was David Bowie's wife at the time in the 70s.
David Bowie wasn't gay?
David Bowie is not gay.
He
Wow.
transcended sexuality.
I did not know that.
He was married to a
Imam.
mom, for like 25 years.
This is news to me.
Well,
Okay.
we are going to go on a tangent of whether or not Bowie and Jagger had sex. But
Okay. Okay. But outwardly, they both were straight.
outwardly, they were both very androgynous and like playing with like the...
Bowie intentionally
feminine.
wanted it to be vague.
Yes.
Famously.
Yeah.
Yes.
Some people thought it was an act and that he was actually just fully straight.
That's funny.
Well, there was another thing.
He just
and-
comes home, takes off his
Yeah,
like
he's
costume. He's
like,
like,
well,
"Hello, honey. Can I have a baked potato with that salmon?"
So Bowie...
Straightest meal of all time. Salmon in a baked
with a glass of shard.
What's a straight meal? Meatloaf.
Give me some salmon.
Salmon sauce on the
potato.
salmon sauce on the side.
What is like a
Steak.
Meat and potato.
oh,
Yeah.
a steak?
Steak. Salmon.
I'm just thinking about what we ate in like
mahi grilled at low heat.
with a mango salsa.
A chutney.
A tad rare in the middle.
Okay.
All right, so they
anyway,
fucked?
Sorry.
In 1993, so the point I was going to make is that Angie Bowie, Bowie's wife at the time, claimed that the wife of a close friend mentioned in You're So Vain, and that Jagger had been obsessed with her. Meaning, wife of a close friend Bowie, wife Angie Bowie.
Interesting.
So he could be one of the three. Angie Bowie, looking her up. She was a model. She looks just like David
She
Bowie.
looks-
Yeah, she looks like David Bowie.
That's
yeah.
insane.
exactly like her husband.
That's David Bowie. I mean, she didn't age. Wonderfully.
Going back to the image of David Bowie, and am I allowed to plug my podcast that I'm about to do
Of course you
with?
can. That's David Bowie.
So
I mean, it looks exactly like him. Yeah.
Max is going to come on my history podcast, Give Me a Name, and his person is David Bowie. One thing that I wanted to say about Bowie relating to his sexual orientation is he said he was gay and then later out almost like quote unquote came out as heterosexual.
Wow,
Because
that's funny.
As we were talking about, like being gay or at least being like bisexual and you know just sort of vague with all that stuff was part of the image.
It was controversial. It got him
Right.
people talking.
Right.
I always thought he was gay, and now I know.
How could you think that? Look
Look at a photo of him
feather
just with
boa.
feathers. Yeah. So, the apricot scarf, nothing in the word. Okay. Do we want to go on a tangent about whether Jagger and Bowie had sex? Because it's kind of an interesting story, but we don't have to.
No, let's do it. I'm in.
What do you think, Max?
Why not?
Okay.
How long is the tangent? I don't have
Basically,
any-
Let's
but
go
I'm
for
hungry.
it. Let's go
I'm
for
hungry.
basically all that happened is that one time Angie Bowie walked in the morning and someone's in your bed. Okay, so essentially Angie goes upstairs, slowly pushed the door open, and there they were, Mick Jagger and David Bowie, naked in bed together, sleeping. Both men woke up with a start. Okay. "Oh, hello," said Bowie, clearly taken by surprise. "How are you?" Angie felt absolutely dead certain that they'd been screwing. It was so obvious, in fact, that I never even considered the possibility that they hadn't been screwing. So this is from a book about Jagger, written by a guy named Christopher Anderson. And the article that I was reading said that this book could very well be bullshit.
I mean, honestly, if Mark was gonna cheat on me, I would rather have it be with a woman than a man. Does that make me bad? Does that make me a bad person?
I wouldn't say it makes you a good person.
But I don't know, like that. Oh,
That's interesting. I actually would almost think
It should be
Yeah,
the
maybe.
opposite.
I guess.
because
I
then
guess
it's
the
not
argument
as
could be the other one.
then it's not like a competition thing.
Right. That's true.
Right.
That's true. Actually, now that I've had a moment to digest, but like just getting cheated on in general sucks. But then having like the clusterfuck of like, whoa,
Yeah.
whoa,
Are
like,
you even interested in me? And
yeah,
of course,
has the whole thing been a
Has
lie?
the whole thing been a lie?
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
that's a good point too.
Yeah.
Angie Bowie.
Comment below who you think Mae will get cheated on with.
Some girl comments, "It's me."
It's good. Podcast is becoming interactive. This is how we build a following. So
that's
Jagger
sad.
is kind of one of the fun.
Don't joke about that. It makes me sad. Okay, anyway.
Continue.
The last major, I guess there are two more major ones, but one of them is not so interesting. But David Geffen, the sort of music producer turned into one of the founders of DreamWorks, basically just like a very famous person for being rich.
Okay. Like
Could-
an Elon Musk of his time, if you will.
And this time, he's still very much like relevant or around, I should
Is he
say.
still in music?
He no, I think he shifted more to movies. Unless he like got out of DreamWorks or something like that. But he founded DreamWorks
Listen,
with
you don't
Spielberg.
get out of DreamWorks.
DreamWorks gets out of you.
Imagine being so famous and people are like, what is she famous for? And it's like just being insanely rich. Ooh, that'd be nice.
Tell you what, Geffen is 78. He's still killing it. American business magnet. That's insane.
That's cool.
Where
to
you've
be
done
just-
so much shit that it's just like you got to be a magnet.
Yeah.
He founded Geffen Records, DreamWorks Pictures, more. You can click more.
Wow.
He's done more than that. Asylum Records. Wow. Let me tell you something.
Also, his skin is hanging in there.
He looks good.
He must have gotten some nips and tucks, but he looks good. He looks really good for his age.
I mean, I don't know if this is him at 78. This
That's
seems
true.
like it might be him at 78.
Does he look
I
good? Put that
still
next to
agree.
Warren Beatty, young, and you will.
Wait a second. Billionaire David Geffen, 69, splits from Toy Boy Lover, 41. So was he gay?
I guess so, yeah.
Everybody was just fucking in this story. Although
Yeah.
that's a vain move, you know?
Yeah, guess so.
On TV shows nowadays, they
His-
show you a character's vain by having them wake up in bed next to like 4 people.
Also, his Toy Boy Lover is not that cute.
Also, his Toy Boy Lover is 41 years old. Oh, 41 years younger? That's what the story is.
The
41
last
years his junior.
Oh, so
Ooh,
he's,
that's a big
wow,
That's
that's
a baby boy.
Crazy.
Continue.
Okay.
The only thing that I was going to say is I'm going to circle back to what Mae was saying at the very beginning. Is this about a man? One time, Carly Simon did say, I don't consider myself to be not gay. I've enlarged all of my possibilities. I have a lot of extremely personal stories to tell about that, but we won't go into that right now. Let's just say that it just depends upon who I'm with.
Okay.
Okay.
Of course, it is he in
Oh.
the song.
Yeah.
Right.
And she also said it was about men in general. Now you're just going to say about humanity in general? That's
Yeah.
a cop-out.
That's a cop-out, but also I will say, like, at the time in the 70s, to make it a big hit, she wasn't going to say she's so vain. Like, it would have...
Oh, actually, what the hell am I talking about? It's all you. I don't think that there is a he.
Oh, really?
It's wife of a close friend.
Oh,
But
interesting.
lesbians couldn't get married back then, no?
Oh, that's true. But, I mean, maybe they called each other wives,
That's nice.
you know? Yeah. I have an aunt that had a roommate for a really long time, and finally she's like, that's my wife.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah. And we were all like, yeah.
And we know.
So those are the major theories. There's also this guy, Dan Armstrong, who is a guitarist. That's possible. So David Geffen, Dan Armstrong, Warren Beatty, Mick Jagger.
Is it possible it's about no one and she's just bullshitting us?
Possible. Like, she's just a
100%.
marketing genius, and she's like, oh, it's about...
Not every song has to be
I
about
also
someone.
imagine a scenario where it really was just a song, a good song that she wrote. She didn't think it was... No, you never think it's going to pop off like that. It popped off like that, and then she realized, oh, people want to know, so she's just going with it. She's improvising her way. She's been doing it for 40 years, where she's just like, there's an A, and there's an E. You know what I mean? I would do that. She sold 2 memoirs.
Which is brilliant.
It's brilliant.
I mean, I give her so much credit for it.
I mean, yeah. Either if it's fake or real, no matter what, she's winning here.
Oh,
she's
yeah.
top dog.
Yeah, it's pretty
These
cool.
Slack notifications. Stop it.
I know, right? We're in the middle of a
I'm trying a
podcast.
podcast. What does your heart say?
My heart says, I forgot about this story where Sean Connery tried to have a menage a trois with her and her sister, but that is for another day, I
Sean
suppose.
Connery, you fucking dog.
My gut says that it's a combination of people. So, like, I guess we know, quote unquote, that it's about Warren Beatty line, or the second stanza. It is weird that Beatty's like, come on, it's about me, when the line wife of a close friend is in it. It's
Yeah.
like, why are you?
Everyone knows I fuck wives.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that's about. I could see it being a mix of things, but I think Beatty is the
core.
The lead.
Yeah.
But a fun option is if it's Beatty, Jagger, and who was the third most likely?
Geffen.
Geffen.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, or just like a random third person. You know, if it's about multiple people.
Or David Bowie. No, he wasn't involved.
People have mentioned Bowie, but there weren't like a lot of real. He was married. I don't know.
Yeah.
This seems like a mystery that very much should have been solved. Like a torso with no prints is one thing.
Yeah.
But this is like, it's got to be alive.
This is like, just give it up. It's about to spill.
Taylor Swift knows. So when I think
Wow.
I speak for everyone, I say, Taylor Swift, release the tapes.
Release the tapes.
Release the tapes.
Next time I talk to her, I'm
Taylor-
going to mention it.
Release the tapes.
When I see her at her Cape House across from her
She
ex-boyfriend,
won't see me, though.
I'll say, release the tapes. And she will say, police, please come to my home.
Oh, thanks for listening, guys.
This was fun.
This was fun, and it was definitely Warren Beatty, don't you think?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, anyway.
That guy fucked the world.
Yeah, and deserved it.
And the world was
Oh.
lucky.
For sure fucked our grandmas. At least. The three of our grandmas.
Oh, that's cool.
And all the viewers as well. All your grandmas. Okay, bye.
Thank you.